Have you ever felt completely isolated, like you were on the outside looking in? Maybe it's a feeling of loneliness, or perhaps you feel judged or misunderstood. There's a powerful story in the Bible that speaks directly to this feeling. And it's about a man who was the ultimate outsider in his society. Let's travel back in time to a city in Galilee. The streets are bustling with people, merchants are shouting, children are playing, but on the outskirts, away from the crowds, lives a man whose world is silent and lonely. This man has leprosy. Now, in ancient times, leprosy wasn't just a physical disease. It was a social death sentence, according to the law. Anyone with leprosy was considered unclean. They had to live in isolation, away from their families, their friends, and their community. They had to wear torn clothes and shout unclean, unclean, whenever anyone approached. Imagine the profound loneliness, the deep despair of being untouchable, of being seen not as a person, but as a disease. This man wasn't just sick, he was a pariah, completely cut off from human connection. Every day was a reminder of what he had lost. One day, something incredible happens. Jesus comes to this city. News about him has been spreading like wildfire. People are talking about his teachings, his wisdom, and the miraculous things he's been doing. The man with leprosy hears these whispers. A tiny, fragile seed of hope begins to sprout in his heart. Could this be his chance? Could this man, Jesus, be different? Summoning every ounce of courage he has left, the man does something unthinkable. He breaks the rules. He walks into the city, right towards the crowd surrounding Jesus. The people would have scattered, horrified, but the man only has eyes for Jesus. He doesn't care about the rules anymore. He is desperate. He reaches Jesus, and what he does next is so moving. He falls on his face, a posture of complete humility and surrender. He doesn't demand anything. He doesn't shout. He simply begs, with all the desperation of his soul, Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean. Think about those words. If you are willing. He doesn't question Jesus's ability. He knows Jesus can heal him. The real question, the one that hangs in the air, is about Jesus's willingness. Will Jesus want to help someone like him, an outcast? Will he see past the disease to the person underneath? This is a cry from the depths of his being, a plea for acceptance as much as for healing. Now, this is the moment that changes everything. What would you expect Jesus to do? According to the law and social custom, he should have kept his distance. Touching a leper would make him ceremonially unclean, but Jesus doesn't follow the crowd. He does something radical, something scandalous. The Bible says Jesus reached out his hand and touched him. Stop and picture that. For the first time in maybe years, this man feels the warmth of another person's touch. It wasn't a touch of disgust or fear, but a touch of compassion, acceptance, and love. Before any healing happened, this touch alone was a miracle. It said, I see you. You are not your disease. You matter. Jesus broke the social and religious barriers to connect with this man's humanity. And then, as he touches him, Jesus speaks words that echo through eternity. I am willing. Be clean. It's a powerful declaration. Not just be healed, but be clean. This addresses the man's entire condition: his physical suffering, his social isolation, his spiritual impurity. It's a restoration of his whole person, instantly. The leprosy leaves him. Imagine the man looking at his hands. His skin, smooth, whole. The disease that had defined his existence for so long is just gone. The physical healing is astonishing, but the emotional and spiritual healing is just as profound. He is no longer an outcast. He is clean. He can go home. He can hug his family. He can rejoin society. He's been given his life back. Jesus then tells him to follow the proper religious protocol: go show himself to the priest and offer the sacrifices as a testimony. This shows that Jesus wasn't trying to abolish the law, but to fulfill its deeper purpose, which is about love and restoration. This official confirmation would be the man's passport back into his community. The story ends by saying that the news about Jesus spread even more, and large crowds came to hear him and to be healed. But it also says that Jesus would often withdraw to lonely places to pray. Even as his fame grew, he stayed grounded through his connection with God the Father. So what does this story mean for us today? It's a beautiful picture of God's heart. We may not have leprosy, but we all have things that make us feel unclean or unworthy. Maybe it's a past mistake, a secret shame, a feeling of inadequacy, or just a deep sense of being broken. We hide these parts of ourselves, afraid that if people saw them, they would reject us. This man's story tells us that Jesus is not afraid of our mess. He doesn't turn away from our brokenness. In fact, he moves toward it. He is willing to touch the parts of our lives that we think are untouchable. Like the man with leprosy, we are invited to come to Jesus with honesty and humility. We don't have to clean ourselves up first. We can come as we are, with all our fears and flaws, and say, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." And the answer from Jesus is the same today as it was 2,000 years ago: I am willing. His touch brings healing, his words bring restoration, and his love brings us back into community. He sees past the labels the world puts on us, and even the labels we put on ourselves. He sees our true value and desires to make us whole. This story is a powerful reminder that no one is beyond the reach of God's love and compassion. No matter how isolated, broken, or unclean you might feel, Jesus is willing and able to meet you right where you are, to touch you, and to make you new. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and share it with someone who might need to hear this message of hope. And don't forget to subscribe for more content that explores these life-changing stories. See you next time.